Hello and welcome. It's Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I'm back with another segment of the Sheetloads of Cards. Started this in April of 22, and because I wanted to do a video every week, and I was in April, I was going to have to use some of the card sketches going back in time to be able to use up. What I wanted to do was use up a paper pack by doing a week, so I would, in a 6-week time, essentially be able to use up pretty much a paper pack of paper in my stash. So I've been kind of working on that. I have bringing in other papers, even though I'm trying to use it up, and I am. I have not stuck specifically with a paper pack except for this one. This one is the Stampin Up Domestic Goddess paper, and this is what I have left. I have many other videos in this series showing cards I've made with this paper pack. Now I'm up to the June of 2021, and what I'm left with are these kind of squared scraps, a kind of strip of scraps, and this one piece of bigger scrap. And then I have 2 sheets of paper, and they're the same paper. This is one side and that's the other. So if you're not familiar with the Sheetload of Cards, this is released by a woman on YouTube called Call Me Crafty Al. I believe her name is Alicia. And what she does is she comes up with a card sketch and gives you what's like the recipe of how to construct the card. So for this particular card, she's doing it as a 6x6 special edition series, and what you're supposed to use is 4 6x6 pattern sheets. Me, I have 2 sheets left, so this means I'm going to be able to double what she's calling for. And what she's calling for is the pink piece in the back is a cardstock. Then you're supposed to use one side of the paper, which is this heart and fan design, and then the reverse side you cut and you just piece it in as she's showing here, to give you this band across the center. I'm not quite sure if I'm staying with that. I really kind of like this gray design, and I think it would make a good background. It kind of reminds me of like those diner tables like in the 50s where they had kind of like a stainless steel. You know, I don't know why, it just makes me think of that. So I was playing around with and thinking as I may just do that in the back, do the yellow in this heart thing, and then bring in these scraps I have left as a banner across the front, since I do have extra sheets of paper versus what she's calling for here. My only concern is I'm not real sure yet is how much this paper is really going to play and match in, because some of these sides like that just make no sense. I only have one of these and it's yellow and it matches. So the red has this various print, that doesn't make any sense, and then this one has another print that really makes no sense. So the only thing I can use are these sides, and I'm not real sure that there's something in them by themselves that are going to pull this together, because the only thing I'm supposed to then have in the center is an image and or sentiment. Personally, what I'm thinking here is to do a sentiment and bring in some kind of a longer, thin type of image stamped and kind of tie it all together. So depending on what I pick, she has the like teal blue. That would be a layer of cardstock, which would be a second color you're bringing into this. So I'm going to kind of play around with what I'm going to do for laying out. My goal is that when this is done, I don't believe I'm going to touch either one of these. I don't see that I'm really going to have a need. This will be another series that I'm going to do. I'm trying to do like once a week, which is just a pull in your scraps and blow them out series. So these I'm really not concerned with. I'm already saying I'm putting them aside, and I'm going to play with what I have here, and I will be back once I get things laid out and a concept card together. Hello and welcome back. It has been a little while. I took my vacation out to see my cousin in Vegas and my aunt and uncle in North Dakota. And if I sound weird, I'm Still having an ear, fluid in my ears. I can't really hear too well from all the flights I took. So here's what I came back with for the last of those sheets from the Domestic Goddess, and it was using this June 21st sketch for the Sheetload of Cards. I'm kind of happy. I feel like it's very bottom heavy, but you know, sometimes you just gotta know when to say when. And I think, because I was debating, like, do I kind of pile up more packages? And I'm like, you know what, forget it. So here's what I wound up doing. I wound up getting 16 of these cards. So I got 8 from each sheet, which is what she said you would get. And I apologize if I'm repeating myself. Like I said, it's been probably about 10 days to 2 weeks since I did anything with this cards. So what I wound up using was this Daffodil Delight was the background color that got pulled out of this paper with, I don't know if they're supposed to be sun, but they look like sun to me, which is what led me to think that the bicycle was kind of nice. And the gray was just some dark gray I had in my stash. And this like teal blue was something I just, again, had in my scrap pile. Felt like, you can't really see it, but in this pattern there is a like a teal in there. So the main die out of this is this one from Sizzix. It is a one that says Olivia Ray, I think, or Rose. This was one that was out at Christmas, as you can see, with the Happy Holidays in there. And I liked it, and the reason I bought it was because the dies have the packages separate. And I thought, you know what, how many different ways, and you know, do you need packages? I'm keeping scraps, which I don't know if I really need to be bothered with that. But I liked all the different packages because I felt like birthday, you know, anything kind of, you can always use a little package, and I liked that they were separate. So the bicycle had this basket with a tree, and I just put the package in there. And, you know, it doesn't have to be Christmas, even though, you know, I'm throwing these out. I'm not going to get these back in this package. Otherwise, and this was all stuff I cut out of my scrap pile. Yeah, as you can see, I'll get this back in here, be nice and neat about it. So yeah, I liked, again, that you could do this stuff and get all these different components, and they didn't have to be Christmas. So that was how I did that. The circle is from the Queen & Company Foundation die 1. I just used the circle. And I'll be honest, that's a little bit hard getting the paper out of. If you're going to use this die, what I found was use the higher grade paper, meaning I used the just regular weight on it, and I really was tearing the paper up. But if I used the extra heavyweight paper from Hobby Lobby, I got them out, and it was much easier with that being a solid background one. So that was that, and I have very, very minimal scraps left, and I'm putting this into an envelope. And I'm going to be doing a weekly series of just using up scraps. So this is going to be a scrap one at some point. I'm not trying to hold on to them anymore for any kind of a sketch. So that is the cards, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you like it. Appreciate it, your time in watching this. And I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe below. Down below is the subscription. And hit the notification bell for when I I'm uploading new videos. It'll alert you that there's a new video. But subscribing will at least put this into your feeds. Yeah, I guess I'm going to hold on to these. And I liked that it cuts all of the components. It's not like the components may be small, but the dies aren't like the super tiny thing. I like that. So thanks for watching. Hope you like my card. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.